Hello, dear friend, and YouTube family, please listen to me right now. I telling you truthfully for this coins, please staying with me very end, because second coin I hope change your life tonight. So don't skip this episode, and please subscribe to my channel Legacy Coins USA. Let's start first up. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar did not enter American coinage quietly. It arrived as a bold new beginning, a golden-colored $1 coin created to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar in everyday use, and to give the nation a design that felt warmer, more symbolic, and more historically meaningful. On the obverse is Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, a design filled with motion, strength, and dignity rather than the cold stiffness many people associated with earlier dollar coins. On the reverse, the coin shows a soaring eagle surrounded by stars, along with United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $1. This was not just a new coin. It was an attempt to reshape how Americans felt about the dollar coin itself, giving it a more emotional identity and a stronger visual presence in modern numismatics. The reason this coin was made goes far beyond simple circulation. The United States Mint introduced the Sacagawea dollar in 2000 because the earlier small-size dollar, the Susan B. Anthony coin, had struggled in public acceptance, partly because too many people confused it with the quarter. The new dollar was designed to solve that problem. It was given a rich golden appearance through its manganese brass outer layer over a copper core, making it easy to distinguish from silver-colored coins. It also carried a more powerful historical figure. Sacagawea was chosen because she represented courage, guidance, endurance, and the spirit of the American frontier through her role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. That choice gave the coin a completely different emotional weight. This was money, but it was also storytelling in metal. From a technical and numismatic point of view, the 2000 Sacagawea dollar is a modern clad coin, not a gold coin despite its color. It weighs about 8.1 grams and measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter. The D Mint mark identifies it as a Denver Mint issue. And that matters because Denver and Philadelphia coins in this series are often compared closely by collectors for strike quality, luster, surface marks, and possible varieties. In normal circulated form, many 2000 dollars are still common, since large numbers were struck. But modern coin collecting is never just about mintage. It is about survival quality. A coin that remains bright, clean, sharply struck, and free from distracting contact marks can live in a very different value category from an average worn example that spent years being passed around and ignored. The history of the coin's public life is dramatic in its own way. The Sacagawea dollar was launched with high hopes, and the Mint promoted it heavily, expecting the public to embrace it more enthusiastically than earlier dollar coins. But like other modern US dollar coins, it struggled to replace the $1 bill in everyday American behavior. People admired it, collected it, and recognized its beauty, yet they still preferred paper currency for daily spending. So while the coin was not stopped in 2000, its role changed over time. The original soaring eagle reverse was used from 2000 through 2008, and then in 2009 the reverse design changed to the Native American dollar series, which continued using Sacagawea's portrait on the obverse while changing the reverse annually. That means the 2000 eagle reverse belongs to the original opening chapter of the Sacagawea dollar story, and that gives it extra importance in the series. When collectors talk about value, the conversation becomes much more specific. Most ordinary 2000 Sacagawea dollars in circulated condition are not hidden fortunes. They often trade around face value or only slightly above it, especially if they show wear, dull color, or heavy bag marks. But that is only the surface of the story. Higher-grade uncirculated examples, especially those certified at strong mint state levels, can bring much more serious collector interest. Surface preservation matters tremendously on these coins because the broad golden fields and high points can show marks easily. A sharply preserved coin with better luster and fewer distractions immediately separates itself from average examples. And then there are the major exceptions. Rare errors, unusual planchet issues, and special varieties can push the coin into a much more exciting market category. One of the reasons this coin remains so intriguing in the United States is that it sits at the crossroads of history, design, and modern treasure hunting. Collectors still check these dollars for important errors and special issues. The most famous Sacagawea-related story from the launch year involves special experimental pieces and rare transitional-type mysteries that keep the series alive in collector imagination. Even without those headline-level rarities, ordinary collectors inspect $2,000 dollars for doubling, striking abnormalities, edge issues, and surface quality. Demand in the USA remains real because the coin represents the first year of a major redesign, honors a figure of lasting American significance, and belongs to a series that many people believe deserved more everyday use than it ever received. It is a coin the public remembers, even if the public never fully adopted it. What makes the $2,000 Sacagawea dollar so powerful in a deep numismatic sense is that it combines ambition with beauty and familiarity with disappointment. It was created to change American spending habits, to honor Sacagawea, and to give the $1 coin a new future. It succeeded brilliantly as a design, but only partially as a circulation revolution. That tension gives the coin its real dramatic force. It is not valuable because every example is rare. It becomes valuable when the details line up. First-year significance, Denver origin, strong condition, eye appeal, and possibly an unusual mint-made feature. So if you have a $2,000 Sacagawea dollar, do not treat it like just another modern coin. Study the surfaces, check the luster, look closely for anything unusual, and understand where it stands in the broader history of US dollar coinage. Because sometimes the most interesting modern coin is not the one that conquered the marketplace, but the one that tried to change it and left behind a story collectors still cannot ignore. Thanks for watching this episode and staying with me, because next coin change your life, so please subscribe to our channel. Next up, this coin tells a very different story from the ordinary dollar most people imagine. What you appear to have is not the original 2000 Sacagawea Eagle reverse dollar, but a later United States Native American dollar from the Sacagawea dollar family, showing the reverse design connected to Native American agriculture. That is why the coin feels so unusual. Instead of the soaring eagle design used on the earliest Sacagawea dollars, this type highlights Native American contribution to American farming history, especially the agricultural tradition often associated with corn, beans, and squash. The obverse of this series continues to carry Sacagawea with her child, while the reverse changes by year to honor different Native American achievements. That makes this coin historically richer and more specialized than many viewers first realize. The reason this coin was made goes beyond ordinary circulation. The United States Mint created the Native American dollar series to continue the Sacagawea dollar concept while giving it a deeper educational mission. Rather than leaving the reverse unchanged forever, the Mint began using annual reverse designs to honor Native American history, culture, innovation, diplomacy, and survival. The agriculture-themed reverse was created to recognize the foundational agricultural knowledge Native communities contributed long before the modern United States existed. That means this dollar is not just currency. It is a historical statement in metal. It was made to remind people that the American story is incomplete without Native American knowledge, especially in areas as essential as food cultivation and land stewardship. One of the most important things about this coin is that the exact year is often not visible at first glance. On many Sacagawea and Native American dollars, the date, mint mark, and inscriptions such as E pluribus unum and I in God we trust are placed on the edge rather than fully on the front or reverse. That means if someone only looks at the main faces of the coin, they may completely miss the year and mint. In numismatic terms, that makes edge examination essential. Without the edge, you can identify the series and theme, but not always the exact date. So if you want a complete value judgment, the first serious step is to inspect the edge carefully under strong light and read the date and mint mark there. That small detail can completely change how the coin is classified and collected. From a design perspective, this is one of the more meaningful modern American dollar coins. The reverse does not rely on simple decoration. It carries a message. The agricultural imagery symbolizes Native American farming knowledge, survival, seasonal wisdom, and the foundations of sustainable food systems. In a collector's eye, that gives the coin more depth than a standard modern circulation issue. The coin becomes a conversation about heritage, contribution, and historical memory. The obverse, with Sacagawea carrying Jean-Baptiste, already brings dignity, resilience, and movement into the series. When paired with a reverse focused on agriculture, the coin feels less like routine money and more like a small historical exhibit struck by the mint. Technically, these dollars are modern-clad coins with a golden appearance, not solid gold. They normally weigh about 8.1 grams and measure about 26.5 millimeters in diameter. That golden color comes from the manganese brass outer layer, which was meant to help the coin stand out from silver-colored pieces in circulation. In raw physical terms, the coin is durable, visually distinctive, and easy to recognize once you know the series. In collector terms, the weight and composition matter because they help confirm normal specifications and can help spot unusual planchet or striking anomalies if something seems off. A coin that is underweight, overbright, strangely colored, or oddly struck may deserve closer examination for possible mint error status, DAS for value. The truth is more professional and more interesting than exaggerated internet claims. Most ordinary Native American dollars with this type of reverse are not automatic fortunes simply because they are dollar coins. In circulated condition, many remain near face value or only modestly above it. But that is not the end of the story. Value rises when the coin is in stronger uncirculated condition, shows attractive original surfaces, has fewer contact marks, or carries a noteworthy mint error. Modern dollar coins are very sensitive to grade because their wide surfaces can pick up marks easily. A clean, sharply preserved example can look dramatically different from an average circulated one. And that difference matters in the market. Demand in the United States exists on two levels. Public circulation demand for dollar coins has historically been weak because most Americans continued preferring the $1 bill, and that limited how widely these coins were embraced in daily use. But collector demand is a different story. Numismatists, series collectors, and modern coin specialists continue to follow the Sacagawea and Native American dollars because of their yearly reverse changes, historical themes, edge lettering, and error potential. That means the coin may not be in huge everyday spending demand, but it absolutely has a real place in the collecting world. A coin like this gains strength through theme, condition, year, mint, and completeness of the series, especially for collectors building date-by-date Native American dollar sets. What makes this coin powerful in a deep and dramatic sense is that it represents a different kind of American dollar story. It is not famous because of old silver content or a 19th century date. It matters because it carries historical recognition, cultural symbolism, and a modern numismatic identity that many people still overlook. If you have this coin, the smartest next move is simple. Check the edge for the exact year and mint mark, examine the surfaces carefully, and see whether the coin is circulated, uncirculated, or possibly unusual. Because while most examples are not hidden million-dollar treasures, the right date, condition, or mint-made variation can make a major difference. And in coin collecting, that is often where the real excitement begins. Not in what the coin first appears to be, but in what it reveals once you finally look closely enough. Next up, Sacagawea dollar from 2000 with Philadelphia mint mark carries a very special place in modern American numismatics because it opened a bold new chapter for $1 coinage in USA. This coin was created to give Americans a fresh dollar that looks stronger, warmer, and easier to recognize than older small-size dollar issues. On front, Sacagawea appears carrying her child Jean-Baptiste, a design filled with strength, movement, motherhood, and historical memory. On reverse, soaring eagle flies with stars around it, creating a proud national image that instantly separates this coin from ordinary pocket change. Even before value is discussed, this piece already stands out as a coin with history, symbolism, and collector emotion built into its design. Purpose behind this coin was not small. U.S. Mint wanted a new dollar coin that people would actually use in everyday life. Earlier Susan B. Anthony dollar had struggled because many people confused it with a quarter, and public connection with that design remained limited. Sacagawea dollar was introduced as a solution. Golden color made it easier to identify. Sacagawea herself brought a deeper American story, linking coinage to exploration, endurance, and Native American heritage. This was money, but it was also a message. Mint wanted this dollar to feel human, memorable, and historically powerful, not cold or forgettable. Philadelphia issue from 2000 matters because first-year coins always carry special energy in collecting. First release often becomes a doorway into an entire series, and that is exactly what happened here. Reverse with soaring eagle and stars was used from 2000 through 2008, making 2000 part of original design era before Native American reverse themes began in 2009. That gives this coin two strong identities at once. First-year issue and original reverse type. In collector language, that combination gives a coin more long-term attention because it belongs to opening chapter of a major modern dollar series. Physical details also matter if someone wants a serious understanding of this coin. 2000 Sacagawea dollar is not made of gold, even though color often makes people think that at first glance. It has a manganese brass-clad outer layer over a copper core, which creates that rich golden appearance. Normal weight is about 8.1 grams, and diameter is about 26.5 millimeters. Letter P marks Philadelphia origin, and mint location always matters in numismatics because each mint can show different strike quality, different survival rates in high grade, and different collector patterns. When a person studies this coin carefully, even a small mint letter becomes part of its full identity. History of public use gives this coin a dramatic story. Launch in 2000 came with real excitement and heavy promotion. Many people praised design, and coin looked like a major improvement over earlier dollar issues. Yet public behavior did not change as much as Mint hoped. Americans still preferred paper $1 bills, so Sacagawea dollar never fully took over daily commerce. Production did not stop in 2000, but role of this coin in everyday circulation remained weaker than expected. That contrast makes this issue emotionally powerful. Design succeeded. Public adoption did not fully succeed. In many ways, this coin became more loved by collectors than by general circulation. Value of a normal 2000 Sacagawea dollar depends heavily on condition, eye appeal, and unusual mint features. Most circulated pieces are common and usually stay near face value or only a little above it. But market changes fast once condition rises. Bright, uncirculated examples with strong luster, fewer contact marks, and sharper detail can attract much more collector attention. Modern dollar coins often pick up marks easily because of their size and broad surfaces, so clean survivors can stand apart strongly. In high certified grades, this coin becomes far more impressive and much more desirable than average pieces found in loose change. Real excitement grows when errors and special issues enter story. Launch year of Sacagawea dollar is famous among collectors because 2000 issues are closely connected with some of most talked about modern US dollar discoveries. Serious searchers inspect these coins for doubling, strike problems, edge irregularities, planchette mistakes, and other mint-made differences. Those unusual features can change a modest modern dollar into a genuine collector prize. That is why demand in USA still exists. Not because every 2000 piece Sacagawea dollar is rare, but because this year trained collectors to look carefully. One unusual coin from this issue can create a completely different market story. Collector demand in America remains strongest for coins that combine first-year importance, original eagle reverse, attractive preservation, and possible mint-made abnormalities. That is where 2000 piece Sacagawea dollar becomes more than just $1. It becomes a modern coin with national history, visual beauty, public ambition, and numismatic suspense all inside one piece. If you own one, smartest step is to inspect surfaces carefully, check luster under light, look for unusual details, and judge condition honestly. Most examples are not hidden fortunes, but strongest survivors and rare mistakes can be far more important than ordinary pieces. That is real power of this coin. Not fantasy, but a genuine chance that a modern dollar many people ignored may still hold a story collectors deeply respect. So please read next video next day, and please subscribe to our channel Legacy Coins USA.